We'll be talking to the Ghana Education Service on their preparation. I mean, how prepared they are for the number of days or the number of weeks that these students are supposed to be in school whilst they write their exams. Cassandra Chumampofo will be joining me. But let's hear from President of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, Alhaji Yakub Abi Abubakar, who says about 70% of schools have so far received personal protective equipment as the students resume today. President Akufo-Addo, as you're well aware of by now, has said that government has distributed 18,000 Veronica buckets, 800,000 sanitizers, 36,000 rolls of tissue paper, and 36,000 gallons of liquid soap, as well as 7,200 thermometer guns. Let's hear from Charles.
As said by our president, the PPEs too, by the grace of God, within Saturday and Sunday, most of the schools have received the PPEs. Talking about the nose masks, talking about the thermometer guns, talking about the Veronica buckets, and then the sanitizers, they have reached quite a good number of schools, though there are some few that are yet to pick theirs this morning as a result of late arrival of those items as of yesterday.
How many schools have been supplied as of this morning?
On the average, we will say over 70% of schools have been supplied since the supply started.
Are we working with the total number of 450 senior high schools?
Come again?
Are we working with a total number of 450 senior high schools? I know that was the number when the government
that number, our senior high schools number is far more than that. We are working of 700 plus number.
Okay, 700.
Yes, please.
And out of this 700, 70% have
over
received.
70% have received. In fact, it's just some few that have not yet, and others, as at yesterday when we were going to bed, they were even driving to the centers to go and pick their items. We are hopeful by afternoon today, as I speak to you, from this morning, the distribution will continue, and by afternoon today, almost all should have received theirs, unless there is a technical problem somewhere.
As the president of CHAS, speaking to my colleague Daniel Dazi on Prime Morning. Let's head to the Education Service, the Ghana Education Service, and speak to its spokesperson, Cassandra Chumampofo. Cassandra, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Good evening, Gifty, and thanks for having me.
So we understand, I mean, my colleague from the Ashanti region has just reported that as far as his checks are concerned, there weren't any problems with PPEs. How many schools, and can you tell, if you can give us some evidence to that effect, whether all the schools have received these PPEs as outlined by President Akufo-Addo?
All right, Gifty. Yes, I can confirm that all the schools have received. In fact, if a school has not received the PPE till now, then probably they are still picking it up. But all PPEs have gotten to the regions. That one, there is no doubt about it. All PPEs have gotten to the regions, and they are picking up. A while ago, I spoke with the Eastern Regional Director, and then she confirmed that the remaining, because they were left with sanitizer, and then I think tissues, yes, and they have received them as well. In the morning, they had the mask and the Veronica bucket and the liquid soap, and they have now gotten the sanitizers. In fact, all PPEs have gotten to the regions, and they are distributing. In fact, the schools have also picked them up. So if at this time a school has not gotten it, it doesn't mean that it hasn't gotten to the region. I'm sure the distribution is ongoing. They all have it.
Shouldn't these distributions have been made before the schools reopened today?
Yes, we started the process last weekend. You know, there are many, and the items that are being sent to the schools are also many. And so we need to take out, when the trucks get to the regions, we have to offload and then share among the region, the district, the schools within each district. It takes up some time. So yes, we should have done that, but we started during the weekend, and then we hope to finish by the end of the day, yeah.
The students are expected to be in school for how long? 3 months?
The student, no, six weeks. They will be in school from now to July 31st, and then take their exams from August 3rd to September 4th, and then they will exit. SHS2 Gold will vacate on the 31st of July.
Okay. And
so they will be in school for 6 weeks.
For 6 weeks?
Yes.
This applies to both senior high school and junior high school?
No.
Help
this
me.
Applies to the senior high school, SHS3, and then the SHS Gold.
Okay, and then what happens with the junior high schools?
The junior high school students, as a GHS3, will go to school on the 29th. That's next week, Monday, exactly a week today. And they will be in school for 11 weeks, from June 29th to September 11th. And then they will use 1 week to write their exit exams. That's from September 14th to September 18th. So they will be in school for 11 weeks, and then they write their exams and then exit.
There have been calls for some sort of testing, at least for these students and some of the teachers. Is that something that the Ghana Education Service is at least working on, because we know that has not been done?
Kindly come again. I didn't hear you.
I'm asking about the calls or some of the concerns raised by some parents that teachers and students should be tested before they go. And I'm saying that is this something you are considering, at least because we know that it's not something that has been done already?
Yeah, that hasn't been done. And in fact, we per the science and data that we all rely on, and per the Ghana Education Service, we are not the experts when it comes to health matters. But we all know, Gifty, that we have been told that a test today or a negative today, even this morning, doesn't mean it will be negative in the afternoon. Then it means that we are going to test every now and then, like 3 times even in a day. And so the most important thing for all of us to do is to observe all the protocols that have been put in place to ensure that we are all safe. And when something, if a student or a teacher shows signs and symptoms, the person will be isolated, and the other measures, will continue. But as to they being tested, that hasn't come up. No, it hasn't come up.
Very well. It's almost, the day has almost ended. It's 3:48 right now. The day has almost ended. What is the Ghana Education Services assessment of how the reopening has gone so far?
I must say that it has gone so well. So far, so good, because the schools that we have visited, and even the places that we could not, the feedback from CHAS and some senior high school heads, in fact, have indicated to us that everything, they have received their PPEs. In terms of parents also going in with their wards, they are also excited. In fact, the students themselves are happy going back to school to finish. We all heard of COVID-19 at home. They already started observing the protocol, social distance, washing their hands, wearing their face masks. And so for them, it's a continuity. We feel that everything has started so well. And we also hope that whilst they are in school, they will continue to observe all the protocols so that we will not have any issues, and then they would exit or write their exams and then leave. So let me assure the parents, students still at home, that the schools are safe. We have disinfected the schools. We have put all measures in place to ensure that they are safe. Teachers are ready on standby. Everything is on course to ensure their safety. And so if a student or a parent is so thinking of whether to send the ward, please do not doubt what we have put in place. Everything is on course, and we will ensure that each one, our students, our teachers, are safe on campus.
Sandra, thank you very much. And it's still early days yet, because they just started today. So I'm sure that from tomorrow we should be able to come to you with a lot more of the concerns we'll be picking up on the ground and get some of the responses. But I'll just read to you this message and then let you go. It says, when doctors, nurses, and even media men and women are observing COVID-19 protocols, he means that even though they are observing these protocols, they are still getting infected. How much more young students who are boisterous and difficult to control? The decision, he says, to open senior high schools in the name of writing WASI is not the best, and that's a fact. From Manaf Wakilu, it's not meant for a response, but if you want to have a go at it, by all means. Otherwise, that's it, and I say thanks.
Thanks, Gifty.
Cassandra Chumampofo speaks for the Education Ministry. They say it's still early days yet, but she's saying that per their assessment, it's gone well so far. We'll still be keeping our eyes on our situation. We'll go across the country. We'll bring you more of that.